Rita here with another EFT tapping video for you today. And today we're going to be working on a belief system that we probably learned from a very early age about the statement, "It's lonely at the top." How many times did you hear that when you were growing up? And it's a common belief system, and the statement actually represents the fact that there are very few people in the world who will do what it takes to get to the top of the tree, to be super successful, because there's a lot involved in being successful and there's a lot of belief systems to overcome. So the statement, "It's lonely at the top," simply means that there are very few people at the top and a lot more people milling around in the stuck in the everyday rigmarole of living a life of struggle and suffering and lack and all that other stuff that we don't want to be in anymore. So, but what your subconscious does is it takes that statement, "It's lonely at the top," and it makes the presumption that if you're super successful, you're going to be all alone with nobody to share it with, nobody to enjoy it with. That's not much fun. So the subconscious mind says, well, I would much prefer to be where I am right now and have lots of friends and family in the same position as I am and actually have somebody to share my life with than be super successful and be all alone. And I want you to think about how true that statement is, and think about people like Richard Branson, Oprah Winfrey, Bill Gates, Warren Buffett, all these super successful people who we revere and we know transform the world. Do you think they're lonely? Who do you think they get to hang out with? They get to hang out with the coolest people, don't they? So, okay, I will have to say that there will be some people that you'll leave behind, because to be honest with you, there's a certain section of the community who love to hate successful people because they don't feel that they can achieve the same things as they achieved, so they feel less than perfect or less than good enough, and they see these super successful people as making them look worse off than they really are, and they're jealous of them. There's a resentment there. There's all sorts of things that go on for some people about the super successful, and they love to tear them down, the tall poppy syndrome. So yes, there are going to be some people who you will leave behind, and some people who will leave a pretty bad taste in your mouth about the way they respond to your success. However, they're not the people that you want to hang out with anyway. When you're at the top, you'll get to hang out with other really cool people at the top. So what we're going to do is help to bring this belief system down today to make sure that it's not holding you back on your way to success and wealth. So the first thing we want to do is rate the statement, "It's lonely at the top." How true does that feel for you on a scale of 0 to 10? 10 being the most true it could be and 0 being that it's not true at all. Cool, now we're going to start tapping on the karate chop point. Even though I have this belief that it's really lonely being successful, and I don't want to be alone, I profoundly love and accept who I am and how I feel. Even though I believe that being at the top of the successful tree is really lonely, and I would do anything not to be lonely, I profoundly love and accept who I am and how I feel. Even though I don't want to be successful because I don't want to be lonely, I deeply and profoundly accept myself anyway. Okay, tapping through the points inside of the eye. It's lonely at the top. That's what everybody says. If I'm successful, I'll be all alone. And that's no fun at all. I would never choose success. over having cool people to hang out with. Don't want to be lonely. And successful people are lonely. Because it's lonely at the top. Everybody knows that. If I'm successful, I won't have anybody to hang out with. I won't have anybody to share it with. I don't want to be successful under those circumstances. I want to have fun with my friends and family. And I won't be able to do that if I'm successful. I'll be all alone. Definitely don't want to be all alone. I refuse to be successful if it means that I have to be lonely. I'd much prefer to stay right where I am than be lonely. And everybody knows that it's lonely at the top. I refuse to be successful because I'm afraid to be alone. Okay, take a breath and release it. Okay, now go back and rate that statement. It's lonely at the top. How true is that for you now? Has that come down at all? Okay, if it's come down a little bit, great. Get it down to a 2 or below before you move on to the next positive tapping round. So once you get that down there, tapping on the karate chop point. Even though I still have this belief that being successful means being alone, I'm ready to let go of this old belief system and choose to adopt new possibilities. Even though I still believe it's lonely at the top, I'm ready to see a new possibility. That I could have cool people to hang out with when I'm really successful. Even though I still feel like it'll be lonely when I'm successful. Because that's what I heard when I was younger. I'm ready to have a new belief system that it's actually fun to be super successful. And I'll get to hang out with lots of really cool people. Okay, inside of the eye. I still believe it's lonely at the top. And I am so ready to let go of that belief. It doesn't make any sense. Because super successful people get to hang out with the coolest people in the world. When I think about people like Richard Branson and Oprah Winfrey and see the people they get to hang out with, they could never be lonely. And they get to have the best fun. It's true, maybe some of my friends won't be so happy when I'm super successful. But if they want to hang out with me and other cool people, then they can. That's not under my control. And I choose to let that go now. Because I will have lots of new people to hang out with anyway. really cool people. I love the thought of being successful and having lots of new cool people to hang out with. And being able to hang out with the old ones as well. Just because I'm super successful doesn't mean that I'll be lonely. In fact, I'll probably have more friends. And I'll be able to do really cool things with them. And go to really cool places. And have lots of fun. Now that doesn't sound lonely at all. It's not lonely at the top. That's just a lie. I love the thought of being super successful and sharing my success with lots of friends and family, old and new. Okay, take a breath and release it. Okay, fabulous. Now go back and rate that statement again. It's lonely at the top. And hopefully we have just wiped that particular belief system out. Just be aware over the next few days about what other things may be underpinning holding you back from being wealthy and successful, and whether there's anything left of that belief system that it's lonely at the top. So that's me for today. Take care and happy tapping.